Hi guys, this is Miss O'Neill. Sorry I can't be in your class today, but you took this quiz yesterday. I graded it. She should be handing the sub should be handing it back to you. We didn't do very good on it. As a class, we did pretty bad. So we are going to go over it question by question, step by step, because Friday you're going to be taking another one of these. I didn't want to put what grade y'all had into the grade book, but I want y'all to be aware. We've worked on this for several weeks now, and so you have to use all the tools that we learned. Have highlighters out, have your calculator out. Guys, what annoyed me the most was the lack of work. I would see questions with just something circled. Well, that doesn't help me. That doesn't tell me where you made a mistake. That doesn't fix anything. So we need to be able to work these problems out. You need to have lots of writing on these. These should have taken you a pretty good time. And if they took you most of the period, that's good. However, guys, you're not putting enough effort into trying to solve these problems. Okay. You know how to do all of these. Coach or Mr. Dragage told me no one used their notebooks. No one tried to help themselves out. So I'm going to go over these. We're going to go quickly through them, and then you're going to take another quiz on this on Friday. So here we go. How many square centimeters of cardboard does Jessica need to make the rectangular prism? Alright, when it's saying square centimeters, that's going to be your clue that you're going to have to find surface area. You could have gone up to your hints, and it says use the net, find the area of each, and then add them together. It's not lateral surface area because it wants the total amount of cardboard that you'll need. So you have to find the area of each one of these figures. Well, take one at a time. Start with this one right here. Okay? What shape is it? It's a rectangle. So we have to find the area of a rectangle. So the area of a rectangle is A equals base times height. 9 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27 centimeters squared. Okay? Then let's take this one right here. I'm going to color code it a different color. Okay? It also is a rectangle, so it is still A equals base times height. 4 times 3, A equals 12 centimeters squared. Guys, I taught you to put it into the shape. So this is 12, this is 27. Now, we have to see which ones match. This one, if this is 12 and it's a 3 by 4, that's 12. Well, this one is also 12. This one right here is 3 times 9, so that means this one is 3 times 9, so this one is also 27. Okay, I could have remultiplied it, but I didn't have to because I can see the dimensions. Okay, then there's this big guy right here. It is a 9 by 4. It is still a rectangle, so I still have to do base times height. 9 times 4, which is 36 centimeters squared. And then this one is 36 because it is still a 9 times 4. Now I have to add them all up. 27, but 27, 12, 12, 36, 36. I add them all up, and once I add all these up, you can find your answer. It's one of these, and if you did not get one of these answers for here, you've made a mistake. Okay? So you're going to add them all up, and you're going to get your answer. Alright? Now let's go down to, and once you add them all up, when you add up 27 plus 27 plus 12 plus 12 plus 36 plus 36, your answer is 150. Okay? I'm not going to write it in. You need to. All right. What is the volume of this figure? Okay. Not surface area. We have to go to volume. So our formula for volume, we have to ask ourselves, is it a pyramid or a prism? It comes to a point. It wouldn't be fun to sit on. So it is a pyramid. So my formula is V equals 1/3 big base times height. All right. Big base is, I have to figure out what the base is, the area of the base. So it is a rectangle, so it is going to be base times height. And so 10 times 8. And then the height of the figure goes from the base to the point, and in this case is 6. But all of it is times 1/3. Okay? So we could multiply all of these. 10 times 8 times 6. And then we have to divide by 3. Alright? So instead of times 1/3, we're going to divide by 3. Okay? Notice all the little pieces answers are on here. But there's only one that is the correct answer. And it is 10 times 8 times 6 divided by 3. Okay, again, I'm not going to circle the answer. I want you to have listened and be able to answer it. Okay. Cylindrical tank. And it says it's going to be volume. It says the radius of the fish tank is 6, as it's shown. So this is the radius. And this is the height. How do you find it? All right, so here's my formula. I even gave you that in this one. But it is the base is a circle. And this is the height. So I know 9 is the height. The base is going to be, I have to look at my formula chart, it's pi r squared. Okay? So that's why you had to use 3.14. 3.14 times the radius 6 squared times 9. Okay. So 3.14 times 6 squared times 9. Your answer is 1017. It is one of those answers. Okay? That is how you find the volume. Alright, now let's go down to lateral surface area. Okay, it wants all the triangles. It doesn't want the base if it's lateral. So let's find the triangles. The formula for a triangle, the area for formula of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So the base is 7 times 9.1 divided by 2. And you get alright, area is 31.85. Notice that answer is not on here. So what I need, notice that is just for one of these. Excuse me. That is just for one of these. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all the same. So you're going to either add this 4 times or multiply by 4. I personally am going to multiply by 4. And you get... Okay, so that answer is on there. Alright, this one. This is a full word problem. Thelma and David built a recycling bin that is 6 feet wide, 12 feet long, and 14 foot wide. Okay? So how much trash can fit inside? So we have, the volume is big base times height The base is a rectangle, so it's going to be little base times height times other height. So this right here is 14. This right here is going to be my base height, and this is my base. So it's going to be 6 times 12 times 14. Guys, you know this. It's length times width times height. Nothing has changed. 6 times 12 times 14 equals 1,000. Alright, several of you got this one right, but not enough of you. Alright. Then there's this, volume. Alright, again, it is a prism, so it's big base times height. Now, our base is the triangle, because it's a triangular prism. So, for this is area of the base, so I have to do base times height divided by 2 times the height. Now, it turns out 20 was an extra number given to mess you up. So you have to do 12 times 16 divided by 2 times 10. Okay? Because the height is 10. Alright, so 12 or 16 times 12 divided by 2 times 10. And your answer is, very few of you got that one right. Okay, this one right here. Find the mean, median, mode, and range. Guys, we practiced this the day before. So, we're going to practice again. I said make a grid out of these so you don't make a mistake and leave out a number. Alright, so to find median and mode, it's very easy to put them in least to greatest. So let's do that first. The smallest is 45. Then your next smallest is 75. Then it goes 80. Then 89. 90, 91, 94, and then there was 2 100s. Okay, so before I do anything, it's easiest to find the mode. It's the one you see the most often. So the one I see the most often is 100. So my mode is 100. Okay, then I go median. And, well, actually, let's find mean. With all of these, we have to add them all up and divide by how many there are. How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? So I have to add them all up, and I go 45 plus 75 plus 80 plus 89 plus 90 plus 91 plus 94 plus 100 plus 100, and I get this number, and then I have to divide by 9, and I get 84 and 0.88888 repeating. So my mean, and I kind of ran out of room, was 84.8 repeating. That's what I was looking for. Now, median. You can use highlighters, mark them off. There's mark off. You're trying to find the middle number. In this case, it's going to be a clear-cut one because it's an odd number. So those two go away. This one goes away. These two go away. These two go away. And I'm left with 90 in the middle. Alright. This was kind of a giveaway question. What's the hardest part about surface area? If you put something that deals with surface area, I counted it right. If you talked about adding them all up, or finding the area, or figuring out the base, or anything like that, I counted it correct. If it was blank, or one of you put range, those aren't correct answers. They have nothing to do with surface area. So I had to count it wrong because obviously the hardest part of finding surface area is knowing what surface area is. Okay, so to correct this problem, I want you, now that we've done a couple surface area questions like this one and this one, I want you to tell me what the hardest part of finding surface area is. Most of these questions on this test were volume. I agree. 2, 3, 5, and 6 were all volume questions. But the other ones were surface area, where you had to talk about them flat. Your clue would have been, if it is surface area, it has square units. If it's volume, it's cubed units. Okay? So now that you have redone this, and you should have as much work as I do, that's the only way I'm going to give you a 70 for this grade, you should be ready to work on this quiz that looks a whole lot like this on Friday. Hopefully I will be back. Okay, so I also handed you the day we left, or on Monday, I handed you a mean, median, mode page, okay, and range. I want you to complete this page. We started on this one right before we left. I said, can you find the mode of these numbers? All right. The goal here is to put them in order from least to greatest. It's the first thing you should always do. So let's put, it's 4, 4, 4, 5, 7, 7, 8, 9. All right. So mode is always easy to find. It's the one you see the most often. Well, I see 4 the most often, so 4 is my mode. Then there's median. But I'm going to mark off the numbers to do median. So let's do mean first. We have to add all these numbers and then divide by how many there are. So with your calculator, and yes, you can always use your calculator, I want you to do 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. You get 48. Now count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 of them. So you're going to have to divide by 8. And you get 6 is your mean. Then you have to find median. So you're going to cross out each number until you find the middle number. So we're going to cross out, cross out, cross out until we get to here. 5 plus 7 equals 12 divided by 2. So, and then you have to divide by 2, so your median is 6. So mean and median are 6. Now range is the only thing we didn't do on the quiz. You take your largest number, so it's largest minus smallest. Largest is 9 minus 4, and you get 5. Okay? Let's try number 2. Okay, so again, start with your grid. If you need the back of this page because this is just too small for you to work, that's fine. There's the whole black page is blank. You would go 2, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9. Okay, they're now in order from least to greatest. So let's see if we can find the mode. Well, 5 repeats twice and 8 repeats twice. Well, in this case, our mode is both 5 and 8. It's both of them, and that's a little and symbol. You could just write, you could just put a comma or whatever. It's 5 and 8. Alright, range is pretty easy. It's the largest number from the smallest number. So 9 minus 2, which is 7. So our range is 7. Okay, mean. Let's add all these up and divide by how many there are. So we're going to go 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9. 54 divided by 9. And your answer is 6. Okay? Now we're going to mark them out. 1, and your median is 6. Okay? So, sorry. That's how we found it. We added all these up and got 54, and 54 is 6. But we added all those numbers. That's what equals 54. All right. I want you to finish this piece of paper doing the same thing so you can be ready. This video is kind of long. It's 20 minutes. You should be working really hard. You can stop. You can rewatch. Use your notes. And be ready for a quiz that looks almost like this on Friday. Bye, guys.